It took 5 days for Building 21 to finally get released, but it is finally here. And I want to talk to you about, was the hype and the build up worth it? Is the map even fun? I want to talk to you about everything to do with Building 21, what guns to use, what loot you can find, the AI, what's the map like, all that little nitty gritty stuff. We're going to be talking in this video about it. So if you want my opinion, some general tips and tricks on the map, this is the video for you. But if you just want to know, am I enjoying the map? I'll just show you a Twitch clip.
Get in. Gas inside. I mean, masks inside.
Yeah, good call.
I used it. Whew. This might be more intense than Tarkov Labs. I'm not even gonna lie.
That was fucking dumb.
For sure.
That was fucking dumb. What's going on with this door? Oh
my God.
What? I actually just found out Building 21 got just shut down. We have 81 hours till it opens back up. So I am able to add that into this video. So at the end of this video, I talk about my opinions on Building 21 shutting down for 81 hours. So weird. So weird. I will say that the greatest decision that they made was that only one out of the three of you need to have a key card to get into this map, which means whoever the party leader is, they can choose to get you guys into Building 21 as long as they have one key card. This was the best decision they could have made, you know, because listen, if you play with the same two other people, right? The three of you guys go out to Al Mazrah, one of you guys find a key card. It's like you all found a key card, right? So it's not just like, okay, Tim's got a key card. Now let's go back to Al Mazrah and find Jim one, right? No, it's like, okay, we found one. Now we can go into Building 21. This was the best decision they could have made. And I'm so happy they didn't make it like Labs and Tarkov. So right when you spawn into Building 21, you're like, fantastic, I have a map in the top left at least. Well, you take your first couple of steps and guess what? That map actually goes away. It gets DDoS, so it's gone. But thankfully near stairwells, there are legends of the layout of every single floor you're on. So these will go through the internet so that you can, you know, study them. You can see what routes you want to take, but there are only going to be these legends. And I'm sure people will go in depth like Map Genie on the maps. And that's going to be a godsend for us. But the biggest thing that I will say that people were having meltdowns about, even in game yesterday, actually, it was pretty funny, was that the team size can only go up to 4. So that means you spawn in with 3 people, and you know how in Al Mazrah you can get another squad with you, so you can make 6, and then you guys become this ultimate killing machine. Well, in this map, you're only allowed to bring in 1 other person onto your squad. So this leads to a lot of battles. I'm going to tell you this right now. This isn't the type of map that you spawn in and you make friends with. This is, you know what, you see another squad, it's go time, you know? So don't be thinking you're going to make friends. Maybe if you're a solo, I could see it how if you're a solo, but if it's 3-on-3, no one's joining teams, you know? Speaking of being solo on this map, I want to talk about how this will eventually become kind of a rat map. And I don't mean that super negative, and what I mean by that is that there's going to be a lot of players on this map that have died, say the run before on Al Mazrah or something, and they're down to say their, you know, the small backpack, their 1 armor, their 1 slot armor. And what they're going to do is they're going to spawn in, they're going to hide, they're going to wait for all the other teams to kill each other, the one team to finally go to the top floor or something, and then they're going to come out of their little hiding place and then just scoop up all those goodies that you left behind, because there's so much loot in this map. There's so much tier 3 armor, big backpacks, there's so many guns that are modded out. There's also a lot of money to be had on this map, actually. Like every computer is chocked full of hard drives. There's a whole bunch of gold bars, and you can only take so much as a team, right? So there's going to be players that are going to be, you know, running this map at the end, just getting whatever you left behind, putting it in the dead drops that are in this map, and then reducing their insured gun's time to pretty much 0, and then just come out still juiced to the gills. It's not a bad thing, like I said, but do expect these kind of plays to be happening. And it's not really bad for the other team that is going through this map that is killing everyone, because then they have less opposition. But I'm just letting you know that eventually this is going to happen. I'm not sure how many people do spawn on this map. We don't really have a for sure number, at least not that I know of right now. But our guesses and us talking to the community about it, we're guessing 12 people. So 4 teams of 3 spawn into this map. That's what I'm guessing. And the other thing I don't know about is if someone comes in, say solo, do another, 2 players fill out or something. Like, I don't know if it's only, there's 4 spawns. It doesn't matter if you go in solo and you take one of those spawns and that's all there is. And it could be a max of 12. I'm not sure. All I know is that this map is very, very close quarters. So the guns you want to use on this map is definitely not a sniper. If I were you, I probably would never bring a sniper into this map. Definitely bring something mid-range, right? Like that RPK build right now is fantastic for this map. But I do want to let you know that you're not going to be using sniping. There's a lot of bottlenecks actually. So the AI is a lot stronger on this map. That's something I will tell you, that they are not fooling around here. But it's almost like I'm not going to say they're easier. I will say that they just feel not as powerful because you can just get them in this bottleneck and just douse them. You can just destroy them because it just seems like it's like a clown car, but because they're only coming through one door or down one hallway, you're easily taking care of them. Now, the shotgun is going to be one of your primary weapons you want to have. This thing destroys on this map. A shotgun, akimbo pistols are going to be fantastic. The other thing you're going to be remembering is that when you're fighting in PvP situations, again, there's a lot of bottlenecks, so grenades are going to be good. Something to drag them out, or just, flashbangs are going to be really great on this map. Something that just makes it so that you can push a corner or a room and have the advantage. Also, something you can actually use to your advantage is listening to VoIP. Now, if you are on a random team and you guys are just having to use VoIP, you're at a very much a disadvantage on this map because it's such close quarters. It's a very small area. People can hear you everywhere. So think of that next time you are with randoms. You can get into some sticky situations because they are listening to your plan. But also at the same time, you guys, if you want to, if you're with your buddies on Discord, you can really mess with people, right? You can be like, I'm going to push them now, or I'm going up to the 3rd floor, and really mind game them and make them think that you're going to go somewhere that you're actually not, and then you're going to flank or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing that tip out there that you can really play with some mind games on some people because they think you're just VoIPing. I just mentioned how we are going to the 3rd floor, and that is something actually unique on this map. I'm not sure quite yet how the 3rd floor opens. I think it has something to do with the cameras. I'm not 100% sure. Again, it's only been out for a day, but the 3rd floor doesn't open until a certain threat level happens, and then you can finally go to it. So at first, you're only fighting in the basement garage area, the 2nd floor, and then eventually the 3rd floor opens up, and this is where you are going to find the boss and the weapons case. Yes, the weapons case is in this map too, and you do get skins for taking 6 of them out. But at the time of me playing this game, I actually didn't know about this whole thing. So you had to be in the server room, and I was in the server room. I just didn't know we had to hack something. So there is a terminal you have to hack, and I'm not going to steal someone else's footage and show you how to do this whole thing, but I kind of want to talk to you about it. So instead, what I'm going to do is show you footage from the 1995 cult classic movie Hackers. And here's the thing, if you like the movie Hackers, hey, take a second, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell because you're my type of person, or if you're just enjoying the content, why not, right? So anyways, so while you're hacking this terminal in this computer area, you're going to have to keep pressing the F key on it, which means you're indisposed while your 2 other partners here have to just kill a bunch of AI that's coming at you. After a certain amount of time of you doing this, you're going to be unlocking a place called the Armory. This is on the 3rd floor. Once you go to the 3rd floor, you're going to be drilling a safe. And then after you drill the safe, guess what? Now you're going to be able to pick up the weapons case. And if you do this 6 different times and extract safely, well, you do get rewarded with stuff. I'm not going to really talk to you about the rewards too much. I think they're kind of lackluster except for the weapon blueprint, but I will eventually do a video on that because I'm sure you guys want to see what you get, right? We also were actually able to kill the boss, which was awesome. He is on the 3rd floor, and yes, he is. There's tons of guards around him, like just a ton. but he is carrying a Chimera. He's carrying the new RGL grenade launcher, and he does drop a black key card on top of that. Now, what I will say is that this map is fantastic for the people that still haven't found the Chimera, the M13. They want the grenade launcher. Of course, it's from him, but it's just a fantastic map to get the Chimera and the M13. They drop from not only the boss, but from the AI themselves. And look at this room that I'm in right now, right? This is the boss room. There's just loot everywhere. It's insane. It's so interesting. And it's just like a loot paradise over here. While making this video, actually, we just found out that Building 21 is now closed. I couldn't believe that. It was only open for 24 hours, and now it has a countdown timer saying when it's going to be back. So in like 81 hours and something minutes, it's back, which means, I think I counted it, so it's like 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on December 23rd. This is a really weird decision for them to make, only because there wasn't a countdown timer on the Building 21 itself being open. And I think that would have helped out a lot of people, being like, you know, if my buddies here, like Tim and Jim and we always played and we weren't able to play yesterday, and we were like, oh, we're so jacked to play tonight and take on Building 21, and then they found out it was closed and they didn't even know, you'd be kind of let down, right? So I do want there to be a countdown timer of how long Building 21 is open for. That would have been really nice, but at least there is a timer so that you can plan the next raid of when it does open up. Now, what I will say is, if they make a couple of changes, this could be a really cool idea. Okay, I know not everyone is for this idea, and I'm not even sure I'm for this idea. I am going to make a video about this later on because I still have to sit and think about it. I just found out, actually. But the two things that do come to my mind right away is, one, we need more space for keys then. Because if this Building 21 is only open for a certain amount of time, that means we're going to be hoarding a lot of keys for when it does open up for that 24 hours. And to make room for these keys right now, I got to sacrifice keys for Al Mazrah that might be for missions or useful key. You know what I mean? Like, we need more room than 20 keys or just a separate area for key cards. And the other thing I will say would be really cool is if when it comes back, things have changed. So if they bring this map back in 81 hours or whatever it is, and things have changed, maybe the layout's a little different, there's a different boss or different guns that are dropping, just something different about the map that makes it exciting every time it does open up. Okay, you got me. That's a pretty cool idea. But if it's the same old, I just don't know. But if you are wanting to watch that video that will probably come out tomorrow or the next day, you should probably subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so that you can get notified when that video does go live. And like I always say, you know, 30 to 35% of you only make it to the end of this video right here. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys have no idea how much it means to me that you're part of that club. And if you are, in the comments down below, I want to know what the protein of your choice is during the holidays is. So, you know, most of the time it's ham or turkey, but I'm sure there's other proteins that you have as a family. For me, I'm a ham man. I'm not that big of a fan of turkey, so we stick with straight ham. So just answer what yours is. I want to know what you're eating on the holidays. So until next time, thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll talk to everyone later.